The year is 1185 AD. Japan, steeped in ancient traditions, is on the cusp of a transformative era. The imperial court in Kyoto finds its authority waning, overshadowed by the rising might of the samurai. These fierce warriors, bound by Bushido, will shape Japan's destiny for centuries. Our journey takes us to Kamakura, soon to become the seat of power for the Kamakura Shogunate. Amidst the rugged beauty of the Kanto Plains, a new chapter in Japanese history is about to be written. This is a tale of ambition, bloody conflicts, and unwavering loyalty. Join us as we delve into the heart of the Kamakura Shogunate, exploring the lives of the warriors and the epic struggle against foreign invasion. To understand the Kamakura Shogunate, we must trace the rise of the samurai. Emerging in the late Heian period, these skilled horsemen and swordsmen initially served as provincial protectors for the nobility. As the imperial court's influence waned, local lords, or daimyo, sought the samurai's martial prowess. The Genpei War, a brutal conflict between the Taira and Minamoto clans, was pivotal. Minamoto no Yoritomo emerged victorious, decimating the Taira and claiming dominion over Japan. Yoritomo established the first shogunate, a military government with the shogun as the supreme military commander. Though the emperor remained a figurehead, real power now rested with the shogun and the samurai class. This shift laid the foundation for Japan's feudal system, shaping its social and political landscape for centuries. Imagine a society structured like a pyramid. At the apex stood the shogun, the military dictator ruling in the emperor's name. Below him were the daimyo, powerful feudal lords governing their provinces. The daimyo relied on the loyalty and military service of the samurai. These warriors, bound by oaths of fealty, were rewarded with land and stipends. The samurai, guided by Bushido, valued honor, courage, and loyalty above all else. They were expected to be skilled in warfare, swordsmanship, and horsemanship. The Kamakura period was also a time of cultural flowering, as Zen Buddhism influenced the samurai's worldview. Far from the refined courtly life of Kyoto, Kamakura emerged as the center of power. Yoritomo established his bakufu, the administrative heart of the shogunate. Kamakura, with its natural defenses and access to the sea, allowed the shogunate to consolidate power. It was a bustling hub of activity, a stark contrast to the tranquil temples of Kyoto. Samurai warriors strode through the streets, a constant reminder of the martial spirit. Merchants hawked their wares in bustling markets, while monks chanted from nearby temples. Kamakura throbbed with raw energy, a testament to the ambitions of the new ruling class. Yoritomo's reign, though marked by strength, was short-lived. Following his death in 1199, a power vacuum emerged. The Hojo clan, Yoritomo's maternal relatives, stepped in, assuming power indirectly. Hojo Tokimasa, Yoritomo's father-in-law, established the Hojo Regency. A member of the Hojo clan would act as regent, ruling in the name of a figurehead shogun. This clever maneuver transferred power from the Minamoto to the Hojo. The Hojo Regency proved to be a period of relative stability and prosperity. The Hojo regents repelled the greatest threat Japan had ever faced, the Mongol invasions. Underpinning the samurai's dominance was Bushido, the way of the warrior. Bushido emphasized loyalty, honor, courage, self-discipline, and a willingness to face death without fear. For the samurai, honor was paramount, a matter of life and death. To die an honorable death in battle was the highest glory. Bushido shaped the samurai's worldview, influencing every aspect of their existence. It instilled a deep sense of duty, a stoic acceptance of fate, and a reverence for order and hierarchy. Bushido was more than a code of conduct, it was a way of life. By the mid-13th century, the Mongol Empire, under Kublai Khan, had carved a path of conquest across Asia. Japan, an island nation with a proud warrior tradition, stood as a tempting prize. In 1266, Kublai Khan dispatched envoys to Japan, demanding submission and tribute. The shogunate refused to yield, fueled by a belief in their own military prowess. The Khan, enraged by the defiance, viewed it as an insult. He saw their refusal as a challenge to his authority. The stage was set for a clash of civilizations. An epic confrontation between the island warriors of Japan and the vast armies of the Mongol Empire was imminent. In 1274, the first wave of the Mongol invasion force descended upon Hakata Bay. The samurai, though outnumbered, met the invaders with fierce resistance. The Battle of Hakata Bay raged for hours as the two sides clashed. The samurai fought with unwavering courage, their Bushido code urging them to fight to the death. The Mongols fought with discipline and brutality, their archers raining down arrows. Despite their valor, the Japanese defenders were gradually pushed back. Victory seemed within the Mongols' grasp. However, fate had other plans. As night fell, a fierce storm swept across Hakata Bay, scattering the Mongol fleet. The survivors, battered and demoralized, were forced to retreat. News of the failed invasion enraged Kublai Khan. He vowed to crush the defiant Japanese, ordering the construction of an even larger invasion force. For 7 years, the Khan's shipyards worked tirelessly, building warships and amassing supplies. The Mongol war machine was grinding back into motion, its sights set on revenge and the subjugation of Japan. In 1281, the second Mongol invasion force set sail for Japan. The Japanese, though still recovering, had strengthened their defenses. The two forces clashed at Koan, a brutal struggle for survival. The samurai fought with the fury of cornered tigers. Just when the Japanese defenses seemed on the verge of collapsing, a miracle occurred. Another typhoon called Kamikaze swept across the battlefield. The storm decimated the Mongol fleet, sinking countless vessels. The survivors retreated in disarray, their dreams of conquest shattered. The sun rose over a scene of utter devastation. The once mighty Mongol fleet lay in ruins. For the Japanese, it was a moment of profound relief, a victory snatched from the jaws of defeat. Word of the miraculous deliverance spread across the islands, met with jubilant celebrations. The samurai returned home as heroes, their names etched in legend. For Kublai Khan, the news of this second defeat was a bitter pill to swallow. The dream of conquering Japan would ultimately elude him. The Mongol invasions had a profound impact on Japanese culture and identity. The belief that their islands were divinely protected was reinforced. The term kamikaze became imbued with spiritual and nationalistic connotations. This concept would be invoked again during World War II. The invasion served as a unifying force for the Japanese people. The shared experience of facing a common enemy contributed to a nascent sense of national consciousness. Victory against the Mongols came at a high price. The Kamakura Shogunate emerged weakened and financially drained. The prolonged war effort had depleted the shogunate's coffers. The Hojo regents faced growing resentment from powerful Daimyo. The once unified front began to crumble as personal ambition resurfaced. The Kamakura period was marked by internal strife and power struggles. The seeds of discontent would eventually lead to the downfall of the Kamakura Shogunate. The Mongol invasions left an indelible mark on Japanese history. They serve as a testament to the courage and resilience of the Japanese people. The legacy of the kamikaze continues to resonate in Japanese culture. The invasions highlight the complex interplay of external threats and internal dynamics. The lessons learned from the invasions informed Japanese thinking on warfare and defense. The echoes of those epic battles can still be felt today. They remind us of the enduring power of history to shape our understanding of the present and the future. From China to the heart of the samurai, the Kamakura period saw Zen Buddhism rise among the warrior class. Originating in China, Zen spread to Japan during a time of upheaval. Its discipline and meditation resonated with the samurai psyche. Warrior monks, or Sohei, introduced Zen to samurai circles. They bridged the violent world of samurai and Zen's contemplative path. Zen tempered the samurai's martial spirit with inner peace. Figures like Hojo Tokimune were instrumental in Zen's ascent. Tokimune valued Zen for fostering discipline and resilience. Under his patronage, Zen monasteries flourished, attracting samurai. Section 2. Meditative discipline amidst martial fury. The core tenets of Zen and the warrior ethos. Zen and Bushido might appear at odds. One seeks enlightenment through renunciation. The other embraces duty, honor, and martial prowess. Yet they converge. Zen's mindfulness resonated with the samurai's need for focus. Quieting the mind could mean victory or defeat. Zen meditation provided mental tools for combat. Zen's acceptance of impermanence aligned with the samurai's acceptance of death. Death on the battlefield held no fear. Section 3. Gardens of Stone and the Stillness Within. Zen aesthetics and their influence on samurai culture. The influence of Zen permeated not just the samurai's martial training, but also their aesthetic sensibilities, their appreciation for beauty, and their approach to life's rituals. Zen's emphasis on simplicity, austerity, and the search for profound meaning in the mundane found expression in various aspects of samurai culture, from the design of their gardens to the practice of the tea ceremony. Zen gardens, with their minimalist aesthetics and carefully arranged rocks and raked gravel, became metaphors for the samurai's own inner landscape. The act of creating and contemplating these miniature worlds, with their subtle beauty and evocative symbolism, offered a respite from the turmoil of the outside world, a space for quiet reflection and the cultivation of inner peace. The tea ceremony, a ritualized practice of preparing and serving tea, evolved into a form of moving meditation, a way for the samurai to cultivate mindfulness, discipline, and an appreciation for the present moment. Every gesture, every movement, from the whisking of the tea to the presentation of the bowl, was imbued with a quiet grace and precision, reflecting the Zen ideal of finding enlightenment in the ordinary. Section 1. Beyond the battlefield, sumo's deep roots in Japanese culture. While the samurai were renowned for their swordsmanship and mastery of martial arts, the Kamakura period also witnessed the flourishing of another, perhaps unexpected facet of Japanese culture, sumo wrestling. Far from a mere sport, sumo held deep cultural and religious significance, its origins intertwined with ancient Shinto rituals and beliefs. From time immemorial, sumo had been practiced as a form of ritual combat, a way to appease the gods, ensure bountiful harvests, and demonstrate physical prowess. Its roots lay in the very soil of Japan, in the animistic beliefs of Shinto, where spirits, or were believed to inhabit the natural world, influencing the fortunes of mankind. Sumo matches were often held at Shinto shrines, sacred spaces where the veil between the human and the divine was believed to be thin. The sumo ring itself took on a sacred significance, a symbolic representation of the world, where wrestlers grappled not just for physical dominance, but also for spiritual favor. The wrestlers, often chosen for their size and strength, underwent rigorous purification rituals before entering their bodies adorned with sacred symbols, their movements imbued with a sense of ritualistic significance. The rituals and techniques of sumo. Sumo evolved into a complex martial art demanding strength, agility, and technique. The rules, steeped in tradition, govern every aspect of the bout. Elaborate rituals purify the ring, honor the gods, and intimidate the opponent. Wrestlers stomp, clap, and perform symbolic gestures, captivating spectators. The bout is a whirlwind of force and strategy. Wrestlers use throws, trips, and grappling to win. The first wrestler to touch the ground loses. Sumo is governed by honor and sportsmanship. The evolution of sumo in the Kamakura era. During the Kamakura period, sumo evolved from a religious ritual into a popular samurai pastime. Samurai embraced sumo for its power and strategy, using it for training and entertainment. Lords sponsored tournaments, attracting top wrestlers and creating grand spectacles. These events drew nobles, warriors, and commoners, eager to witness the clashes. Professional wrestlers emerged, dedicating their lives to the sport and becoming folk heroes. The Kamakura period revitalized sumo, setting the stage for its evolution into Japan's national sport. The Kamakura Shogunate, though brief, left an indelible mark on Japan's social, political, and cultural landscape. It was an era of profound transformation, shaped by the rise of the samurai and Zen Buddhism. The shogunate marked a decisive shift in power dynamics, ushering in an age of samurai dominance. The emperor receded into the background, becoming a figurehead. Real authority rested with the shogun and the warrior elite. The Kamakura period crystallized Japan's feudal system, with the samurai at its apex. Their code of Bushido, emphasizing honor and loyalty, deeply influenced Japanese culture. From feudal order to a new era of shoguns, the Kamakura Shogunate sowed the seeds of change, reshaping Japanese society. The Mongol invasions exposed the limitations of the feudal order. Financial burdens and internal strife weakened the Kamakura Shogunate. The Ashikaga Shogunate rose, marking a new era of samurai rule. The Kamakura period remains pivotal in Japanese history.